Hi everyone, Galit Speaks here. Today, so first of all, I want to say I'm a little bit frazzled today. It's just I'm human, and we are like 12 days till my wedding, and stuff is just kind of going crazy, and it's been like a crazy day. But I wanted to do this episode um, because one of the things that I did today to prepare for my wedding was dye my hair. And if you've been following me for a while, that you know my hair is blue. My hair has been blue for a few years now, and it's really a big part of who I am. And I've been working out a lot, and I've been working out a lot in the pool, which meant the chlorine like completely faded my hair to something that was cool, but not, not what I wanted. And I feel like, especially as I've been through this wedding planning process, there's been a lot of like this idea that a bride shouldn't have blue hair or vibrant colored hair, and that I should dye it to like a natural color. My friends obviously did not say anything, but it's kind of been more from like the wedding groups and like things like that of just this idea of like, how are you going to feel about your pictures in a couple of years if you don't have a natural looking hair do or hair color? And I think I'm going to feel totally fine about it. In fact, I know I'm going to feel totally fine about it because I am me, unapologetically me. I express myself in the way I look, the way I act. And my blue hair is a part of who I am. So I don't want to be somebody different on what arguably could be, the most important day of my life. I don't necessarily think that, weddings are the end all be all and it's the most important thing that's ever going to happen to me. But like, this is a day that's about me, and I want it to be about me as I am today, as I feel today. And I don't want to buy into this notion that like I shouldn't express how I shouldn't express myself the way I express myself because this is going to be in photos. Like, I remember a few years ago when I went to Amsterdam a couple of years ago with my mom, and I remember she asked me before we left, she's like, "Are you going to dye your hair?" This was shortly after I had dyed my hair blue the first time. It was probably like 8 months after I dyed my hair the first time. She asked me, like, "Are you going to dye your hair back to a normal color so that we could go traveling?" And I was like, "No, why would I do that?" She's like, we're traveling around the world, and I don't want people to think a certain way about you because you have dyed hair. And I was just like, I don't care what other people think about me. What I care is that I love it and that I'm happy with it and that it makes me feel like me. Um, and that's truly how I feel about my hair, how I feel about, my nose ring, how I feel about like the way I dress, the way I act. It is who I am, and I want people to accept me for who I am and to know who I am. And I feel like by acting and dressing and doing the things that I do, it lets people know right off the bat, like, if you like me, you like me, and if you don't, you don't. But this is me, and this is who I am, and I truly just want to live in my truth. If that makes sense to you guys, um, I just want to be true to me and be able to express myself any way that I want to express myself, and have that not be the thing that people judge me on, right? I don't want people to think that I'm not good at my job or what I do because of the way I look. And in my career, I'm in the world of like finance, and a lot of for the whole start of my career, I depicted myself as something that I wasn't, and it always felt really fake. Um, I took out my nose ring. I've had this since I was 17, guys. So like this is a part of me, a very big part of me. And I've had it like as a hoop, as a black hoop, since probably since I was 20. So we're talking about like a good 14 years now of this is me. But when I worked at a bank, I took that out, and I used to I was that girl in the mall that sold piercings, but in a booth. So like I had, piercings. I still have all my piercings, but like I had I had gauges and stuff like that. And I took all of those out when I started working at the bank because I just didn't feel like I could be accepted there for who I was. And it felt like I was living this double life. Like I'd leave the bank and put my stuff back in. And like, it was just such a shattered existence, right? It was like two sides of a coin. I didn't feel real in either side because I wasn't being me. I wasn't being true to myself. And I think that opening my own business and starting to do this really, like, even when I started my business, don't get me wrong, I tried to look so corporate until a woman that I still credit for doing this, her name is Kimra Luna. She came and she was just like, she's a PR expert, and she came to, I'm part of this nonprofit called the Ladies of Business Rockaway Beach, and we had a speaker series, and she came to the speaker series, and I remember she took like one look at me and one look at my website and my social media, and she's just like, I don't know who you are, because the person standing in front of me, I would want to get to know. This person in the website, this looks nothing like you. Like, it doesn't feel like you. And it feels inauthentic because I don't know who you are. And that was the moment that it really started to click for me and change. And slowly I evolved into what I am now. And that was just by allowing myself little by little to be true to who I am and to what I wanted, how I wanted to express myself. So definitely credit Kimra Luna with, being the catalyst. And there were many people along the way that helped me. But I want you to have this same kind of like light bulb moment where you just go, you're right. If you are expressing yourself and you are being true to yourself, kudos to you. It's so hard to like start out in the world like that. I feel like we're always taught that we have to fit into a mold, that we have to look a certain way for people to take us seriously, that we have to like dress for the job we want. Well, guess what? The job that I want is the job that I created for myself. And that job lets me dress however I want to, and lets me look however I want to, and dye my hair whatever color I want to, and have piercings the way that I want to, and have tattoos, and anything else that I could possibly want, and anything else that I need to do to express myself. Like, that is the job that I want. That is the job that I created for myself. And I want all of you to think about where are the places in your life where you're hiding, where you're trying to be something that you're not, and shine some light into those places, and really start to figure out how you can express yourself, how you can, and even if it takes, like, this transformation took many, many years, okay? It took many, many years. It took me getting healthy, losing 86 pounds, like, just dyeing my hair blue, chopping it all off. Like, I had long hair, y'all. Like, if you would see me in a photo 4 years ago, you would not recognize me. I'm a completely different person. And it took me, you know, 30, 34 years of my life to get to a place where I feel really happy with myself. And I feel like I'm being truly authentic, and expressing myself the way that I want to express myself. And any way that you can start that process to feeling truly you, to being unapologetically you, I say start. And it doesn't matter. You don't have to, like, do some crazy change right away. It's a process, and it happens over time, and you become more comfortable and less worried about what others think about you, the further that you go. And also, like, the more you rely on you. And just remember, like, if those people are not, and honestly, even if they are, but, like, if those people are not paying your bills, if they are not making you happy, if they are not, you know supporting you, or then if they're not living in your shoes, then they have no right to tell you how you should look, how you should act, how you should think. And honestly, the people that do truly support you will never tell you, you know, that you shouldn't express yourself the way you want to express yourself. They will help you along your dreams and along your goals, and make sure that you reach them regardless of how you dress, how you act, how as long as you're living in integrity, as long as you are not hurting anyone else, then you should be able to be whoever you want, and to act however you want, and to live however you want, and to work in whatever methods that you want. Um, it took me so long to learn this, and I'm really grateful that I've reached this point in my life where I am me, and the blue hair is me, the feeling like I'm a shark mermaid is me, and I'll tell you, like, it's so crazy when you tap into that, how much you see and how much you learn about yourself. Like, I always believed that I was like this water baby, right? And I've been obsessed with the ocean my whole life. This is like taking a totally different tangent, but, like, this is me, right? I'm ADD and I go places, and follow me, please. um, so I love the ocean, and I've always been, like, obsessed with the ocean. My name, Galit, means like waves of the ocean in female form, or water fountain. Um, and so I've always felt this, like, super strong connection with water. And it became so apparent to me recently how I am true, like, what you gravitate towards, and what is good for you, and your body knows what is good for you. Because so I have a heart condition called POTS, and one of the ways that I keep it under control is that when my heart starts going crazy, I get in cold water. and it calms me down. So like it has become apparent to me in my life how those things that I was doing to express myself, to be truly who I was, like scuba diving and swimming and, living around water, was what was right for me all along. It's the craziest thing about it is like, so it's hard for me to work out with POTS because, my heart rate could be like 150, almost 200 for me, just like doing a normal activity. And, you know, doing cardio is super difficult when that's going on. Like you feel like you're going to faint. You don't, you're not able to do it. You're out of breath. Your heart goes to like unhealthy levels. But what I found out is I started doing pool workouts, and in the pool, no matter how much cardio I am doing, my heart is stable. So like these expressing yourself and being yourself and understanding who you are and what makes you happy, like it ties in so much with your body and your health. And like listen to you, always listen to what you want and what you feel and what you know about yourself, because it makes a difference. Somebody else with POTS might not have the same reaction that I have to water, but I know, I knew that was my medium all along. Like that's my place where I feel the most relaxed, where I feel the most comfortable. When I meditate, you know how people tell you to go to a safe spot? My safe spot is like laying back in the ocean waves and letting them carry me. And that's the thing that I visualize. Know you, know what makes you comfortable, know what makes you happy, and have that be the thing that you express. Have that be the way that you approach the world. Um, and you'll see a difference. Both in how people relate to you, because me living my true authentic self, people know who I am, people know how to relate to me. When I was living this corporate me, I did not feel at one with my world. I did not feel at one with my friends. I didn't feel like they actually knew who I was. Now I walk into a room and I start talking to people and I talk to my friends and they know me. They know the real me because I don't hide. And that is what I wish for all of you. And I'm going to end it there. And if you've got any stories about how you are unapologetically you, or how you express yourself, or even if, you hate my hair or you love my hair, I'd love to know. Please like this video, share it, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're listening to this on Anchor, I please subscribe there and follow my podcast. In the next coming weeks, I am going to be having speakers, kind of like winding up to that. Pretty exciting. We had one of our first speakers recently, and right now it's just been so crazy with like wedding stuff that I was trying not to fill my plate too much. But I will be having speakers soon, and we're going to be talking about all the things that matter to me. So until then, express yourself, stay unapologetically you, and I will see you next week. Galit Speaks out. Bye.